What is up, everybody? Brandon here, Fold Up Games. Okay, in my last video I said in a nutshell, I don't owe you any more videos and you don't owe me any views if you don't want to give them to me. And in case you thought, well, that guy's gone. No, I'm not gone. I've just been busy and I've been lazy and everything else. Okay, what am I working on and what do I suggest you do if you're trying to learn Unity like I'm working on Unity is to do what I've been doing, make a stupid game. That's what I'm doing. I'm making a stupid game. As a matter of fact, this game, I was trying to aim really, really low. And I said, why don't I make a game that I can amuse my cat with? So that's the whole stupid goal. Why am I doing that? And what's the meaning of this? And what's the impact of it? So first of all, I wanted to say that this is, man, it's rough. It's rough. I feel like I went from being an intermediate coder in Game Maker and then I come over into Unity Land and C#, and boy oh boy, to say that I'm down to practically just your basic clicker game is kind of a huge deal. But on the other hand, I've got animations and models that are coming out of Blender and integrating into Unity. It's all set up into a 3D environment. I've got some little watery effects and warps and things going on. There's actually a whole lot going on here in this simple little thing. What's that mean for you if you're trying to code something and you have no flipping clue what you're doing and how do you approach that? Well, what you do is kind of do what I've been doing, and that's to Google the heck out of stuff. I've talked to somebody who's a lot better than me at all this, and he had told me, yeah, you just keep on Googling most of the time, except the stuff you're Googling, I guess, gets to be, a lot more complicated. In my case, it's just, guys, it's a kick in the shins. It's a kick in the shins. Like wanting to get this little guy to move and then jump to a point that I designed. Like, okay, it starts to make sense. Just Googling every stupid thing like forward momentum along the angle that you're at. It's really complicated to write that kind of code. So what I wind up doing is working in my quick reference guide that I talked about in one of my previous videos. I got my own little database of snippets of code. Or if I Google and just copy and paste stuff and then modify it, or get something that's in the ballpark and I copy and paste that and then modify that. That's what you're going to be doing. And the end result is that as I start to put in this code that I couldn't write it, okay? There's no way on God's green earth that I could actually write this code, but I can copy and paste it and I can understand what it's doing. That's good enough. If you're feeling like all kinds of overwhelmed and you're going, I don't know what this code is, I don't know how to write it, well, neither do I. And yet here I am, I've got something starting to take shape. Not the best game in the world. I'm not trying to make the best game in the world. So my advice to you is aim low, keep it simple, start simple. Don't try to make your dream game. I've messed around with some 3D games that are like, third-person game with a character moving around stuff. One of my earlier videos that I'd done a while back was with a Ladybug game. I even got that moving, and that was probably too ambitious for me. But there I am with a third-person game in assets that I imported from Blender, and it's got collecting things and respawning and all kinds of stuff. But if you start with something small, you won't wind up biting off more than you can chew and getting frustrated. And I'll tell you what starts to happen along the way is that as you start to write all this code that you don't understand, little bits and pieces of it start to actually make sense and they start to become familiar and they start to click. I mean, I thought it was crazy when I wrote the word new in front of the vector 3 because the tip that I had gotten from Google searching was incorrect and it wasn't working. And then I thought, I need to write new vector 3. And it worked. Oh my gosh, it blew my mind that I knew to write the word new. So don't be embarrassed if you think your game is small and it's dumb and it's not doing much. You're learning and you're gaining familiarity with Unity and you're gaining familiarity with C# coding. So take your time, continue to learn, continue to grow, get off your own back and be awesome. Hey, I appreciate hearing from you below. I read all the comments, so I'd be happy to talk to you. See you later, everybody.